everybody, Dread Metal Show here, Dreadman here, and we're going to interview a band, as I frequently do. You'll know this band, that's all I'm going to say, and it is what it is. I do what I do, it's music journalism. So we have here Titrate The Terror.
What's up? How you doing, family?
All right. So, first question: what are all of your musical backgrounds?
Oh, go ahead, dude.
Melodic metalcore, deathcore, and nu metal.
I started on drums playing like 90s rock for my dad's covered bands. You know, I'd be like 12 years old behind the kit, you know, when he couldn't play. It was, you know, it was an experience. It was fun. As I got older, it's no surprise, like it's no secret, I fell into addiction. I stopped playing completely. I picked up guitar about 5 years ago and really dove headfirst into like making metal music myself. And then I joined Titrate about 7-8 months ago and been playing with the vocals thing for a while now, and I think that's probably my love at this point. I really enjoy that. So
yeah, that's your niche, brother.
Yeah, I definitely have found some love into that.
Hi, and I started drums when I was 3 years old, and as I got older, my musical taste in drumming just progressed, got heavier and heavier, you know. And then about 9 months ago, I joined you fellas.
No.
What? I don't remember. When was it?
You joined in the summer, bro. It was probably, we'll say 6 months ago.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we've been through so much together.
I guess
It
I was
feels
off
longer
too,
than
though. It's
that
been
in a
over a
short
year for
period
me
of
at this
time.
point, right?
Anywho, I joined these goofy bastards a while ago, and we've been a family ever since, and we've been loving putting on shows for you guys, you know. We've looked at you like a family. Every show we look out, and we all miss putting smiles on your faces at our shows.
Yeah, man.
We really do, and I'm sorry this happened. You all did not deserve us taken away from you, because it breaks my heart personally that I've had people come to me explain that we are their escape from the world, and they like coming to our shows, and I miss that, and I'm sorry.
We are very sorry. Very sorry that's been taken away from you because of our poor choices.
All right. So when and who started the band?
There was a band that existed called Age of the Aquarius before I joined. It was Tristan, our current bass player, Ryan from Joe Nameless.
Yep.
Yeah,
Ryan
right?
from Joe Nameless, Robin Skaggs. They were all part of Age of the Aquarius before Damien joined.
An old Titrate member, Aaron. And then once I came aboard, we kind of shifted gears, changed the name to Titrate, started thinning out the set list, making it more in the realm of one genre, being with a goal in mind, which was, you know, high energy, you know, heavy. Like if it doesn't make you want to move and dance or mosh, it's not good. We don't want it in the set. So we tried to create this very high energy set and roll with it, man. But you know, throughout there's been lots of member changes throughout the time of the band. You know, we play a lot of shows. It's been a ride. So,
Yeah.
But at this point, we're still playing a lot of the core same songs, and it's still a high energy roller coaster ride, man.
Yeah, man.
Do you guys have any music currently out that fans can listen to or purchase?
Not yet, but within like a week or so, there will be. On YouTube, at least for sure, you'll be able to hear Operation Blue Lotus, which will be our single, the unmastered, self-produced version.
And for those of you that don't know, it's PCP.
Yeah, that's the old song PCP. It's going to have a video and in like an official mix done by someone more prominent down the line, hopefully this summer. But we do want to get something out there for you guys to listen to. So I have self-produced it to this point, and I'm going to release that this January 13th.
Cool. So what does Titrate the Terror have in store for 2024?
Hopefully, like I said, hopefully a lot. Like, we want to release our single. We do want to do a music video with it, and maybe another one by the end of summer. We are working on a whole. We have a whole like a whole EP at this point. It's just not all produced. So we're working on writing the second EP. We have shows all throughout Ohio that we have been playing now for the meantime, and still are going to be playing in Cleveland, Akron, Youngstown areas. And we're always getting new places. So just keep a lookout for those. If you want to come see us play, still show some support. We also are planning on doing some shows in the Erie area. I won't really disclose too much about them yet, but they're going to be benefit shows thrown on by Titrate the Terror and my company, Menace to Society Productions. They're going to be in benefit of different organizations in the community, whether they be ones in line with our agenda, like rehabs or domestic violence shelters, or not in line with us at all. We just want to help. We want to give back to the community that gave a whole lot to us over the last year. Like we always wanted to. It's something we've always been big on. It's why I ran sound for free at so many events, and I helped in every way I could, over the summer. That's all I ever wanted, was to be a part of it and to help. So I intend to do that again as much as I possibly can, and that I'm allowed to do. So, we intend to start giving back this year if we can.
All right, so you guys have played a lot of gigs since you began. Which venue is your favorite venue?
Westside.
BT. I shout out to Bobby, BT. Him and I go way back. And shout out to him for allowing us to perform at his venue regardless of what we're through.
Thunderbird, you're saying Westside Bowl?
It is a cool venue. Their pizza's bomb.
For anyone that doesn't know, Westside Bowl is down in Youngstown, Ohio, and I do suggest that you check that place out too. It is a cool fucking venue.
Yeah, it is.
Upstairs, downstairs, bowling.
You guys
It's
will love
awesome, man. We still play there lots. If you ever want to come check us out, we will be there. Like, Reese is coming up soon.
All right. So how can fans get merchandise from you?
Any of our socials, mine, any member in Titrate, feel free to message us or come to shows, or Menace to Society Productions makes our merch. They gladly sell it too on Facebook. Reach out to any of them. We also do custom merch now, where we'll put our quote shirts we have that everyone really likes. Yeah. We'll put whatever you want on the back, within reason. So
that's cool.
Just let us know. Get a hold of us.
Alright, so you've had some disgruntled ex-members in the band saying some pretty aggressive stuff about you guys in the past. Would you like to address any of that? Anything to say about that?
Yeah. As far as the more recent one, we love that dude, man. I considered him family. We all did.
Yeah, I spent multiple nights at his house. I love that guy.
It's super unfortunate that the decisions had to be made, that did. We gave so many chances to stop bringing substance use around us, and eventually it just became a matter of he willingly chose to continue doing that lifestyle over the band, and that was fine. We respect that. If that you gotta hit bottom on your own, man. You do. I'm an addict in recovery, so is Tristan, so we get it. We do. I never didn't. Never were hateful towards him or anybody. It wouldn't have been in the band if that was the case,
Right.
We don't have hate towards
wouldn't
anybody.
have treated the guy like family for as long as I did. And you can ask anyone, or I don't know who you are. You look at us over the summer. There was not one part of us that didn't say family, man. We were the tightest knit little group of dudes ever over the summer, man.
For
We
sure.
loved that dude, and I still care about him and hope that he does well. I hope he gets doing better soon. I do.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that if he feels hurt by us. It was not the intention. I just can't for my family's safety, for my safety, for Tristan's safety, you know, we can't have that around us. You know, we just can't. It's something that I draw a hard line in the sand on.
Yeah.
We can't do it. You know, it wasn't about nothing else more than that. And that's all.
Oh yeah, understood.
And past ones, it almost all touches kind of back to that too in a lot of ways with some of the other past ones where it just wasn't safe for them to be around us. You know, we had to make decisions for the well-being of us and our families. And so, you know, I won't touch on those very much because I do respect most of these people and hope that they are doing well. But, you know, everyone gets mad. Music's a passionate thing. It's understandable to be mad when you depart.
Right.
In the end, though, it was just about the safety of our members, honestly.
Yeah, totally understood. So now comes a little bit of a harder part. Going to talk about some things that happened in your time being a band, and pretty much more recently stuff. So there were a couple controversial acts committed. One at the Violet Gathering and one at the Erie Art Museum. And there was a controversial Facebook post. And you've been largely ostracized because of this stuff at this time. Is all of this stuff true? Did this actually happen?
I would. Not all of it is true, no. And definitely not the light it's been portrayed in. None of these were vindictive, you know, out to harm anybody or anything type acts. The art museum, I will say right off the bat, is unacceptable, and we straight away told the member who did that it was unacceptable, and they were told if anything like that ever happened again, they would be removed. It's not something we stand for. We love our venues. We appreciate every promoter and venue who has ever booked us. You know, I always have tried to help them, you know, provide sound for free when I could, and, you know, at these festivals even, I've done a lot to try and help when I could because I really do appreciate the scene, the promoters, and everyone who gave Titrate a chance. You know, I do, and I still do. And I understand their choice right now to do what they're doing. I really do. But I hope we can move forward and down the line. But the Violet Gathering, sadly, one of our members was very sick. And the line was real long, and he made a poor choice on where he decided to do that at. It wasn't the best choice in the world, I will agree, but, you know, in the moment, I can almost see I get it. But in the end, we sent a member of our band out to clean it up. As soon as we realized, like, oh, that's not just some junk, like, we went out and cleaned it up. We sent out a current member of the band. They aren't maybe a member now, but they were at that time to clean it up. And it was cleaned up by Titrate The Terror. We took the accountability on that and cleaned it. And the Facebook post was very wrong, and I'm very sorry for anybody that was offended or hurt by that being posted. It was not in any way reflecting the views of the band as a whole. We love everybody. I've said, you know, 1,000 times over, if I've stood right on this thing right here, got up in front of, you know, many of you watching this and said, if you're in front of me right now before Far From Home, you are family. This song is about family. If you're here, you're family to me. And we love you and appreciate you. Whether it's 5 or 500 of you. And I mean that from the heart. I do every time I say it. I don't care where you're from, what your background is, I don't. I just appreciate your support and you being there. I have no hate in my heart for anybody or any groups. No one in this band does. We miss everybody dearly and playing for you. I will let the member who did many of these acts that are being criticized speak for himself now, though, because he has some things he would like to say.
Yeah, as for the Violet Gathering act, I do apologize. As Damien said here, unfortunately, I was feeling very sick. I don't know why, but I was feeling very sick. I had to go to the bathroom, and I apologize for where I did such acts, but as he also said, the lines at the restrooms that were provided were very, very long. And as I said, I was sick, and I don't think I was going to make it. And I found a toilet by a dumpster. I just assumed, oh, it's just some piece of trash, not knowing that apparently it wasn't. And I apologize for that. But like he said, we took care of it as a group, as a band. We took responsibility, and we took care of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would have been Jared cleaning it up we had been in the area, but we had a member closer.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and out of trying to be as helpful as possible for the promoters and people in charge, we sent the closest person there immediately.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that's understandable.
Right.
The art museum.
And as for the art museum as well, that none of us condone that. That was an extremely poor choice. And to everybody that affected, I don't care who you are, if it affected you in any way, shape, or form, I do apologize sincerely. That goes for the art gallery, the Violet Gathering, and the Post. Unfortunately, I do apologize for that as well. And like I said, if any of you have been offended by any of the things I have done in the past, I apologize. And I did not intend it at all, and I miss you guys out there.
We all make mistakes, it's nobody was hurt, like physically. I'm sorry that people's feelings may have been hurt. Like I've said, we are very sorry. We never intended that. It's extremely disheartening to us to not be able to play for you guys anymore. We understand why what's been done's done, but we are very sorry, and we hope that someday in the future we can work together again. I can assure you that we operate on a whole new level now, not just musically, but business-wise too. I've worked with Jared through these events too, to learn from them and become a better person. We all as humans need to be able to make mistakes and learn from them. That is part of the natural process of life.
Yeah, true.
We can't just take away people's outlets because we don't agree or they did something dumb. We all do dumb things. What is important is that he takes accountability for it and he does better. And that's what I've been working on him with. And I can assure you, if you see this man anywhere nowadays, you almost won't even recognize the way that he operates. He acts like a way better, more professional person.
Yeah, totally understood there.
He was a young kid who wrapped up in this band that he got dumped into the center of our height, of our popularity. It was a lot for him to handle, and he has, like all of us, has issues, and it wasn't the best time for him. So, poor decisions were made, and we are very sorry. That is truly what I would like to get across.
Yeah, essentially.
All right, so you guys were literally, and I saw the meteoric rise. You guys were really rising to the top in Erie. You were becoming one of the top bands. You had people coming to see you every time you played. How would you like to begin resolving the current situation that you're in now?
First thing, like I said, I would like to do this. I want to take accountability for it. I want to tell you, we're very sorry. And it was, and we understand where we went wrong and what we did wrong. And it won't happen again. We also intend to do shows this year, that in Erie. I won't really touch on where, like I said, too much, but they're going to be a benefit. They're going to be in benefit of different groups in the community.
Right.
And if you have any suggestions on who that should be, like I said, reach out. It would be awesome to hear what you guys think. But we are going to definitely be doing that no matter what. It'll be paid for by Titrate The Terror in benefit of different organizations,
Yeah.
So that's a big thing we're going to try and do. And then also as well, I want to extend a sincere apology to the LGBTQ community in Erie that has felt they were, attacked by anyone in this band. That was never meant to be the intention. It was never reflective of our band as a whole. It was not reflective of what I stand for. It is very much so wrong, and it was immediately pulled down for a reason, because the member that did it was immediately reprimanded by the band. And as you've heard, he knows it was wrong. We are very sorry for that. It should not have happened, and I am truly sorry if it hurt you.
Is there any particular people you'd like to apologize to in the community, or just leave it at that?
I would like to apologize to anybody that this has affected. Anybody at all.
Okay.
Yep.
So now, as we've been discussing, you guys are pretty much canceled by everything that went on in the past few months. Do you actually believe that woke culture or cancel culture is a big problem? Do you think it's kind of unfair?
I won't say woke culture is a problem. I think it is based with good intention. I think, even cancel culture is based with good intention, but it itself is a risk to the freedoms that make our country great and give us all the freedom and the right to make this music we all love so much and share it. It's a slippery slope, and it has consequences too, for something that harmed nobody, like physically. My family after all this, which, I'm not saying is not warranted in any way, like, when I was out with dinner with my kids, and people were throwing things at them and us, and yelling and calling us names. So, and my daughters were terrified. So, we're sorry that these things happen. But yeah, in a way, cancel culture itself, yes, is a bit out of hand. It doesn't take into account two sides. It doesn't. It just is coexistence until you disagree, and then.
Right.
And then it's attacking the other side. Anyone who disagrees. We all have the right to our opinion. We all do. I'm allowed to feel differently than Tristan. I'm allowed to feel differently than Jared. But we can still be friends. We can still get along. We can still coexist together in the scene.
Right.
We can still do all these things, but when it comes down to it, no hateful motives and hateful opinions are not acceptable. No. But differing opinions, sure, that's what makes us us.
That's what makes us human. You can disagree with someone. You cannot agree with someone's decisions, but you can still love them. You can still treat them like family, like a brother, like these goofy bastards over here.
I want to punch this guy in the head all the time, but I love the shit out of him.
Yeah. Tristan, I just want to yank your beard off your face sometimes.
No, but in all seriousness, though, like, making mistakes, learning from them, it's all part of the human learning process, and attacking people for some of these things is not always necessary to the extent that it happens.
Right.
I'm not saying it's not always warranted. Yes, there are cases where I agree, that this person should not be allowed to do, it's right, but there are many cases where it blows up too fast, gets out of control when it shouldn't have gone that far.
Right. All right, so we're on to the last question, and it's simply this. We've discussed the problems and everything that happened. Why should people believe that you guys are being genuine, and why should they accept you back?
We always try to give our all to this community. Like I've said, I donated gear and sound and time and all these things, and never for anything. When other people were asking for things, all I ever wanted was to give to this scene and give back for them giving me the opportunity to be on stage. Also, like, I wouldn't be sitting here right now if I wasn't gonna be honest with you. I'm not. We know we messed up. We know where we messed up. But there are also many things that were said and have now gone around that are not true. So, and that being said, not necessarily here. Whether you want to take me back or not, that's okay. If you do down the line, that's awesome. But if not, at least understand what actually happened and understand that we love you all and we never meant to hurt anybody.
All right. So, anyone have any last things to say?
Just want to add that I myself speak for you guys. We miss you. You're family to us. We love you guys. And I can't tell you, I've had multiple messages from people asking about us. When are you going to be back? I miss you guys.
Yeah, inbox.
And it hurts me personally that these people look to us as their coping skills to get away from whatever's bothering them in life. And we cannot provide that anymore.
And that's all we've ever wanted to be, was that, it got misconstrued as being a little too wild sometimes. It was just a stage persona.
Right.
We have gotten a lot better at turning that off when we walked off stage, and I'll be the first to say that was hard to learn. But, we're there now, so.
Yeah.
We, like you said, we blew up quick. It was a lot to swallow. It was hard to adjust,
Yeah.
So, we just, made poor decisions. We really do miss you guys, miss everybody.
For sure.
And I am sorry to the people who I know have reached out to me, that I helped, find recovery throughout this journey, who are, like he said, or this was your outlet, our shows. I'm very sorry, and I hope that someday I can provide that for you again.
Alrighty.
All right, we love you.
All right, everybody. And that was Titrate the Terror. Please like and subscribe to the Dread Metal YouTube channel, and more shall be coming soon. Keep it heavy.